Hey guys, so we're flying a Repo flight today, which means it's a Part 91 empty repositioning flight here in Dallas down to Miami. Phil is one of my best friends at Envoy. He's also a captain out of Miami, knows the area really well. I think you were saying there's some weather, right, when we're getting down there?
Yeah, we got a little bit of weather. Mostly when we get into Florida, it's forecasted to, we have some isolated thunderstorms.
Okay.
So it should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We've never flown together and we've been friends for years, so this will be really cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight to Miami. About 3 hours and a couple minutes.
We fly empty repositioning flights for maintenance reasons, aircraft deliveries, base transfers, bringing airplanes to and from storage, and even alternative positioning due to delays and cancellations. Usually these flights are conducted under Part 91 of FAA regulations, which is much less restrictive than an air carrier Part 121 flight with passengers on board. Flying empty isn't something that we do very often, but when it happens, it's a pretty cool feeling to know the airplane is all to yourself.
One of the requirements for us to operate this Repo flight is for Phil and myself to complete a cabin inspection. So he's over there checking all of the safety chimes, looking at the safety equipment, checking the overhead bins, because we don't have a flight attendant on board to do that. So that becomes our responsibility before we operate the flight. Because this is a Repo flight and the flight number isn't associated with the normal reservation system, the electronic weight and balance system doesn't work. So we have to go ahead and compute our weight and balance manually, which Phil is working on the sheet. We also have a slider style calculator that we go ahead and use to fill out all of the information to get some of the data that we need for our takeoff and landing performance. I'll be using LogTen Pro to log this Repo flight today. And on the mobile app, there's this awesome feature called Fly Now, which makes it super easy to keep track of all of your flights in your logbook. When you tap on Fly Now, the GPS automatically inputs your departure airport and the time. And when you're done flying, you go ahead and click the location button and the clock to log that flight automatically. I've been using LogTen Pro for years and I highly recommend it, so I've included a link in the video description so that you can try it out yourself.
Ramp Envoy 9859, Bravo 46, ready for push.
9859, push approved, call for taxi.
Push approved, Envoy 9859.
Flying an empty jet is a unique challenge for a few reasons. First off, your takeoff and approach speeds are significantly lower. Empty jets climb like a rocket, and that's something you have to be extra careful with when you have altitude restrictions on departure procedures, like from Chicago O'Hare. With full passengers and the Embraer 145, I might expect to initially climb at somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500 feet per minute. In an empty airplane, I've seen momentary climb rates as high as 5,000 feet per minute. You also have less inertia, so the airplane is much more responsive to elevator and aileron inputs. This, coupled with a tendency to float, makes it hard to nail smooth landings in an empty jet. Plus, the shock absorbers on the landing gear are designed to support well more than the max gross weight of the airplane, so they just don't compress well on touchdown, making a smooth landing feel firm.
I I love flying repo flights. They add a little bit of extra excitement into an otherwise repetitive airline schedule. And while I love seeing this airplane full of passengers, it's also pretty cool to see how well this jet performs when it's empty.